Hey everyone, the other day I had posted this photo and showed you that I was able to take a really dark picture and brighten it up using ColorStory, and a lot of you said you would like to learn how to do that. So today I want to show you how to do that. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open your camera. You're going to set up shop in front of a window. Now, originally had this window open and you can see there's some pretty harsh shadows. Even though the sun's not out today and the sun's not streaming through the window, two things you want to, or sun streaming through the window is something you want to avoid, but you can see how much softer the shadows get when I close the window. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. Here's also a tip for you. Do you guys remember that sticky stuff that your teachers used to use when you were in elementary school to stick stuff on the walls? I picked up some of that at one point, and I don't know if it was from a craft store or just a place like Target. I can't remember. It's been a long time, but that helps when I have anything that can be like rolling about. That helps things stay in place. So you're just going to open your camera. You're going to get things like you want. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time. If you want to put stuff around it and style it, make it cute, for sure do that. And go ahead and take your photo. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open up the ColorStory app. So this app is free. It's really cool. You just click albums, grab the picture that you just downloaded. You can see it looks a little rough here. You can either crop it here, like I know I'm going to use this for Instagram. So you can either do that here or you can do that right within Instagram. Totally your preference. Go ahead and crop it because I know it's going to be a square, and continue. And then there's a couple of schools of thought on this. You can either, under tools, you can change things like brightness, contrast, temperature, if it's too warm or too cool. But if you actually go on the ColorStory site itself, they say to start with the filters. So that's what I usually end up doing. I go to the filters and, oops, I undid the cropping. That's what happened there, but that's okay. I'll do it later. In the Essentials, which is a free pack, I almost always reach for this light bright filter first. And you can see how dramatically that brightens up the photo. So I'm going to go, you can adjust the intensity of it. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 100% and click the check mark, and that is going to apply that filter. Then the really cool thing is you can do that again if you want. To me, this is a little too contrasty, so I wouldn't do this. I would either take it down, or I'm not going to apply it because I'm actually going to look at a couple of other filters. I want to show you some other filters that I like. So the light bright filter from that Essentials pack is going to come with your set, and I love that filter. You can mess around with these other ones. This you can see. And then again, you can apply all the different intensities to them. The neat thing too is if you hold down on the photo, it will show you a before and after of what you started with and the one you just applied. So that's pretty cool. And then over in this Flashes of Delight pack, it's funny because I saw Lindsay Moreno talking about this, and these are the exact two filters that I like too. Flashes of Delight, I think it's one you have to purchase. It's like $1 or $3 or something. But this Carry filter I really like. And again, I kind of take it down a little bit and apply it. And then I also like the Solange filter. And I do take this one down quite a bit, but I just really, I don't know, it just kind of softens it a little bit. So you can see here's our before and here's our after. Pretty drastic. And we didn't even have to adjust the brightness and stuff. Now, if you need to adjust the brightness, you're going to scroll all the way back and you're going to hit this back button. If you hit this roundy arrow on the very left, it's going to undo the last thing you did, but this back button is going to take you back to this main menu. If you need to then, from there, you want to adjust the crop, like let's go ahead and we'll square crop this. Or you want to, again, we'll go back. If you need to adjust any of this, curves is gonna, I don't know if you guys ever play with curves. I was a photographer and it kind of like, so I played with this a lot, but you can adjust the midtones. You can see, you can like put a haze on it by moving that one up. You can, I keep grabbing my notification versus this top. There we go. You can see how you can adjust different things. You can play with the curves here. I usually don't mess with curves a lot. If you need like that mid-tone boost, you can use this. I'm not going to use that today, but there's just a lot of other things that you can play with. If it's too warm or too cool, you can adjust it. Like here's adding warmth, here's adding coolness. You can see it gets a little more blue, gets a little more orange. I'm not going to use any of those, but honestly, those couple of filters are some of my favorites. I use the light bright, again, from the essentials pack. The pop and the everyday are good as well. And again, you can apply these filters on top of each other. You can see this. Here you start to get a really crispy edited look. So I would not do that. Or if you did want a little bit more of a pop, just adjust this down a little bit so it looks more like how you like it. But and that is pretty much it. So at the end, you're just gonna say review, and you can say save. They have a grid function in here if you're like planning out your Instagram, but you can say just save. Oh, gracious. Okay. And then it's in your camera roll for you to post on social media. So you can see, if we go back to editing, you can see that before and the after. And we did not, that before one looks pretty not lovely, and after it just does. So I hope this was helpful. If there are other type of tech tutorials that would be helpful for you as you run a business, I would love to help you. So let me know in the comments what would be helpful for you. Thanks for watching.